Well, good morning and welcome to Move Early, Move Often. I am Blake Martin. It is Wobbly Wednesday, and you're going to need a couple of cans of soup or beans or whatever. These are different kinds of beans. It won't matter. Or if you don't have cans of soup, you could use weights, but these are actually a little too heavy. I'm going to scoot over here out of my way. A lot of noise, and you're also going to need a towel. All right, so let's get to this right away. We're gonna work on some moving in balance. Do a little bit of a warm up just to get our body moving. You'll hear our beeping. So we're just gonna pulse gently at the knees. We're gonna be doing a lot of one-legged balances today. My camera is not quite situated properly. I'm going to fix that. And you're going to pulse gently. Roll your shoulders. And just step to the side and up. To the other side and up. Again to the side and up. The other side and up. We're going to go to the back now. To the back and up. And switch and up. And this is just preparing us for what we're going to be doing a little bit later, and up to the front, down and up, down and up. We're just warming up our knees and our hips, up and down and up. Okay, great. So you've got your towel here, and you can either just take a second here, and with your towel folded more or less, just place it on the floor and stand on it. Okay, I want you to notice how that feels in terms of just kind of a surface, and then just stand on one foot on your towel. If you're standing in a pool for some reason, if that's you, throw like a puck or something that sinks to the bottom and try and stand on that. Have an uneven surface to stand on. That's the big idea. You can use a wobble board as well. Now, the other thing you can do is you can also, if you want to make your surface more uneven, is just not have your towel folded, but just kind of crumpled, okay? And so now it's super uneven, and it's providing more variation in terms of the way that you need to stand. You have to adjust more. You might also today, just because of where you're at with your own balance, want to stand just on the floor, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we're going to do, I'm just going to pause my little timer here. We're going to do 4 different exercises. Let me teach them to you now, okay? And all of them involve holding your objects. The big idea here is to kind of throw your balance off a little bit by having something in your hands. Your balance is going to be changing dynamically, all right? So first exercise is a single leg deadlift, okay? And we'll do it all on one leg first. We'll do all left leg, okay? So you're just going to bend over, come back up. Try to keep your spine and your leg all in one long line, all right? So we'll do that left, we'll do that right, all right? Spine and leg all in one line. If you can't go very low, don't worry about it. Go, if you don't have great flexibility or mobility in your hamstrings, go as far down as you can and come back up. Again, if your balance is really iffy, then you can do that too. You do it on the flat floor, you can do it on your towel. Towel crumpled, towel folded. All right, next exercise. We're going to do side lunge, reverse side lunge. So you're going to reach out your foot and you're just going to try and stay on one foot. Okay, so I'm balancing on one leg and I'm bringing my arms forward. I'm just kind of doing a curl with my arms with my soup cans. What it's really doing though is it changes where my center of balance is by moving my hands like this as I'm dynamically going through this exercise, all right? So we'll do this on both sides. Okay. Then we're going to do, we're going to go to, this is like a half moon pose in yoga. Okay, so my hips, here, let me turn this so you can see what I'm doing. My hips are square to the ground at this point. They're parallel with the floor, and I'm going to turn them perpendicular to the floor. Okay, so I'm just going to hold on to the table. You can hold on to a chair too if you need to do this. There's no shame. So I can show you. I'm just opening up my hips. So now my hips are completely open, and I'm going to go back down. I'm just opening and closing. Okay. The closer you are to horizontal, the more difficult it becomes in terms of your body and your leg. But the big idea is just opening up. Okay, that's exercise number 3, left and right. Last exercise is a reverse lunge. And so you're just going to, it's like the deadlift, only your leg is squatting. And it's a one-legged lunge. If you want it to be more difficult, on your towel, and you can also extend your arms away from you as you lunge. All right, so that you're getting more eccentric action. The weight is moving away from you, and it challenges you more. So I'm going to start my timer. We're going to do that. You have 35 seconds per round per exercise. We'll start with our deadlifts. I'm going to get my towel set up here. Just kind of weirdly crumpled. And let's get that going. Here we are. And single leg deadlift. Your leg does not bend on this one. You might bend your knee slightly. And what we're focusing on is having a held core. The center part of our body is held and tall and supple. It's responsive while our limbs move independently from it. All right. And rest. Switching to the other leg. And again, just bending forward, straight-legged or with a slightly bent knee. Reaching forward. I'm kind of wobbly, but it is Wobbly Wednesday, so that's fair, right? Fair game. Okay. Here we go. Could probably squeeze one more in before the exercise changes. Okay, 10 seconds rest. We're going to do our side, kind of a reverse side lunge. It's not a proper side lunge because my leg is staying stable. And I'm doing this with a curl. On my towel, my knee is going over top of my toes as much as possible. And I'm balancing. It's a bit of a workout on my leg. Extensors, my knee extensors, my hip extensors as well. Yeah, here we go. Lombard's paradox, right? Okay, and opposite leg, getting set up on my towel. And I'm going to reach out, trying to not touch the ground. Trying to stay. I'm trying to not fall down. I'm trying to not fall down is what I'm trying to do today. I think that's a good goal for most days. All right, strengthening that leg, but we're also doing it while working, really working, holding our bodies tall. So think about your spine being very tall as you do this. You want to do it with control. Control is more important than all kinds of elaborate balance. Okay, that's a pause. Now we're going to do our half moon opening. So I'll face I'm just opening my hips. Now if I can open my hands, I would do that too. And then coming back down. So come back down. And open. I can't do it on a towel. Or I'm not doing it on a towel anyways. Maybe I can. And open. And pause. Moving to the opposite side. Coming forward, your hips are square to the floor. And open your body. You probably just heard the ligament, the tendon of my psoas rolling over my acetabulum. Just popped. So going parallel to the floor and then perpendicular to the floor, we're opening. We've got these objects in our hands too that are confusing things. All right, and pause that. Reorganize your towel, get ready for your reverse lunges. So you can do standard version, just reaching down, or you can do extra crispy, Superman. You can do it on a towel. That may slide on your hardwood floor. Or you can do it off the towel. Keeping your body stable and strong, right? And switching legs. That's the same legs as you've always had. It's not like you're changing legs for like a bear's legs or something. So you're kind of switching legs, but you're kind of keeping the same legs. Okay? And reaching. Got these objects in our hands distracting us. If you've ever tried to fall down a flight of steps with a baby in your arms, I have. I don't recommend it. But you'll know how having a baby in your arms or even perhaps beans can distract you from your balance. All right, and that's a pause. We're going to come back to the top. We're going to do our deadlifts again, one-legged deadlifts. And so here we are, just bending over. Our leg is straight this time. We're hinging at the hip. Our spine is long. And don't be afraid to look to the floor when you go down so that you can avoid lifting your chin too much and giving yourself that kyphotic hyperextended posture in your neck. All right, and switching it up. All right. Opposite leg. Keep breathing. Your limbs are moving independently of your torso. Your torso is being held and long. You're engaging. Think about pulling your navel to your spine. You're not sucking in your gut. You're having that held feeling. That's a whole other topic. All right, side with our curls. See if you can keep that leg off the ground. Back is nice and straight as you come down here. It's not, moving the cans is not about, it's not about the exercise for the arm. It's about moving the weight and changing your center balance in your center of gravity as you're trying to do a complex movement. Right, so we're increasing the movement complexity. Opposite leg. Being nice and tall. Think about the back of your neck not crunching. Think about being held in through the abdomen. Working your balance. You're staying upright. Those limbs are doing all kinds of things while your torso is incredibly stable. All right. I'm gonna try this next exercise on my towel. Something happened here. I lost control of my exercises. Oops. All right. And here we go. We're going into our half moon and opening and closing. So your hips are parallel to the floor, then you're opening them so they're perpendicular to the floor. Closing and opening. That was a challenge for Blake. And going to vertical and just shake out your legs a little bit. Opposite legs. We're going to do this half moon pose again. Start over with your hips parallel to the floor. Open. If you can look to your top hand, that's amazing. You've got gifts. You've got gifts, my son. Hips parallel to the floor. And open. Almost falling off my towel. Close. And open and rest. All right, we've now got our reverse lunge. Last set. Reverse lunges here. So, going down. You can see my wife just off to the side there. She's also participating. She's doing the Superman version. And keep breathing. Keep your spine long. Spine long. Good balance. Good control. And pause. Very last set. Shake those beans a little bit. It sounds like euphemism, doesn't it? Reverse lunge. I'm lifting my leg too much. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was probably in the previous set I was doing some kind of weird combination. I apologize. All right. All right. Let's, you've got your towel here. Just give yourself a little place to kneel. Just to protect your knees. Let's come down. Let's just press back into a bit of a puppy dog pose. And just wiggle your hips from side to side. Come up into quad position. And let's arch our back. Cat. Opposite direction, cow, lifting our chin and chest. Cat one more time. Cow. Let's come to standing. Set yourself balanced between your 2 feet. Just shift back and forth, finding the center place. Bring your shoulders down, your chin down. Organize yourself so your knees are over your ankles, your hips are over your knees, your shoulders over your hips, and your ears over your shoulders. Feel very tall through the crown of your head. You're almost being pulled up onto your toes. Almost. Just be tall, centered, balanced, and ready to face your day. You've moved early. I hope you remember to move often, and I hope you have a really great day.